Hi YouTube. I want to show off this Vaalmonica build that I haven't seen around. I haven't seen this build specifically, so this is for the three other players in the deck. So starting off, 3 Celatrice, 3 Timono, 3 Angelo. You max out on the names. Then we go 3 field spells, 3 Celta, 1 Versare, 1 Disharmonia, and 1 Evitare. And finally, for the rest of the Vaalmonica, we run 1 Followed Rhythm and 1 Hereditare to shuffle back resources into the deck. Now, for the Snake Eye package, we run 1 Poplar, 1 Oak, 1 Flamberge, and 1 Field Spell. And that's it. The rest of the deck is just hand traps now, and whatever other things you want to toss in there. So, triple Fuas, triple Droll, triple Ash, double Nib and double Imperm, and 1 Called By, 1 Crossout, and 1 Talents. Fuas, if you later draw them, they're free discards plus the level 4, so it's an extra body for rank climbing. For ranks. Finally, the extra deck. I run 2 Zebus and 1 Duralume. And that's it for the Vaalmonica bodies. You can run the other one, I forgot her name. She's really great for like baby Tempai. She's like a baby Tempai. 1 Link Spider, 1 IP, 1 SP. Then we go to lights. We have 1 Artemis, 1 Lina, and 1 Celine. Artemis can help you get into SP if you don't get much. Lina is good to take Veiler or something else, or especially into Blue Eyes, and also it searches Nib. So you can end on Lina to bluff or to like put pressure. Celine brings back Celatrice. For the rest of the and then 1 Gallant Granite, also to search Nib on your own turn instead of opponent's turn. And then finally, the rest is the Snake Eyes package stuff. So, you go, the bridge from Vaalmonica to Snake Eyes is Banshee. Then we go Princess, Ambla Whale, Midnight Early, and Parago Talker. And I'll go over exactly what each one will do for you. So, this combo that I'm going to show off is 2-card combo. All you need is Celatrice and any of the scales or the field spell. Alternatively, if you start off with one of the scales, you need to either have the field spell or Celatrice. So we're going to assume we start off with these two. So, start off, activate field spell, search. So you search any of the names, it does not matter who, either Timono or Angelo. Either is fine. Activate, search, Angelo. Okay. If you get rolled here, combo's over. Yeah, you can't do anything else. So, Angelo effect, discard to place itself and Timono in the scales. New trigger, Celatrice comes back to hand. Celatrice. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. So, Celatrice effect. Oh, it comes back to hand. Now you normal her, effect to search. You search for Celta. I believe it's how it's pronounced. Celta, I'm not sure. Celta, you take 500 to search. So you search Invitare. Every time you take damage when both scales are up, you get a counter. I'm just going to rotate it. I don't have my dice on me. Then you go Invitare, effect to search. Because you control a non-pendulum, you can get one of each. It does not matter who goes where for this combo. So I'm just going to say Angelo goes to top of extra deck. Search for both. Then here you pendulum summon. So here the placement doesn't matter. So Then you can activate Demon's effect, banish Chelta to search for another Vaalmonica spell trap. You gain a counter. This is now at 2. Now, a resolution, activate Versade. Versade, take 500 again to Foolish Burial. You Foolish Burial followed with them. You do not use Angelo's effect. Not yet. Now, here you overlay these two specifically. You need Angelo because you still haven't used her effect. You summon Banshee. Now, you detach whoever you want, it doesn't matter here, to search your Poplar. Poplar goes to hand. New chain, Poplar effect activates special. New chain, Poplar effect to search. Add the field spell. Okay, that resolves. Activate the field spell. Effect to place Oak. Doesn't matter where you place. Here, you activate Angelo's effect. You banish a trap, gain 500, and pop a spell trap. You pop Oak to make sure it's in the grave. Now here it doesn't matter which two you use, but you definitely need to use one Angelo, because you are going to go into an IP. So let's just say I go this in Poplar. Do not use Poplar's effect yet. Angelo goes to the extra deck. Now, you link off for 3 into Princess. Here, placement is in order. Then you can do Princess effect, bring back Oak. Oak triggers, bring back Poplar from the grave. Now you go Oak effect, send itself and Poplar to bring out Flambridge from the deck. Do not trigger Poplar's effect yet. Here you go Flambridge effect, place the IP, a spell trap, then you link. Here's where the placement order matters. Sort of. You go into Amblowell because you're fire locked. And now new trigger Flambridge brings back Poplar and Oak. Doesn't matter where you place them. Here you link off Amblowell into a Zabu, because Zabu requires only an effect monster when you have 3 counters. So if at any point you had gotten nibbed, then what you can do is you can take the token, link it off into a Link Spider. A Link Spider is an effect monster, link that off into Zabu, and at least you'll land on a Zabu. But anyway, so bring out Zabu. Here, these two link into Pit Knight early. Now you activate Poplar's effect, it hits the grave, you can bring Flambridge to the spell trap zone. And this is it for your field. So now you have sort of an interrupt. This one brings up the Flambridge, so you have and Flambridge brings up the IP. So now you have in the grave you have Amblowell, you have Promethean, and Promethean's live because Pit Knight early is a fire. You also have sort of in the grave the followed rhythm for Zabu, because Zabu can activate from banishment as well. Or you can use the other one of Celta to place 1, draw 2. Chelta, I'm not sure. Anyway, when opponent summons a monster, you can activate Divine Temple to bring out Snake Eyes Flambridge. Flambridge placements matter. Flambridge's placement matters. You need to bring it out into a zone that Pit Knight early points to. Because at any point when the opponent summons it seems that they're going to summon out another monster, you can activate Flambridge effect to bring out IP. IP doesn't matter where she goes. And now because a monster that Pit Knight early's pointed to activated its effect, you can target one face of monster your opponent controls and negate it. So now this is live. Also, IP becomes SP, of course. So that's another interruption. On summon, banish, and then monster banish. Flambridge here you don't have to, but it's kind of nice to use its effect to bring out the two bodies. It's not necessary, but it does help secure the princess, because princess needs a fire monster on the field, so if they somehow get rid of you early, you won't be able to you won't be able to activate her effect. Pit Knight early also does three other things for you. So, or two other things for you. So first of all, she's a princess target, which I already discussed. So if she gets popped, princess comes out. Because something gets popped, Ambloil is now live. So it's a trigger for Ambloil to banish Ambloil from graveyard and destroy a card on the spell on the field. And finally, it's a free body, because if early is destroyed by... If it was into the graveyard because it was destroyed by battle or card effect this turn, you can special summon it during the end phase. So it comes back. So yeah, this is it. If they get rid of some of the things, you have options for link climbing. At this point you would be fire locked, so you could go into a power code talker. You can use SP, but if you're afraid of getting impermed or something, you keep the SP and instead get rid of the princess. But if not, then you get rid of the SP, these two hit the grave, power code talker comes out, points to early. Then you could go princess effect, bring back a monster, fire, Flamberge. Flamberge recycle, we'll suppose this is in the banishment. You'll recycle either the SP or the IP. IP is always a good bait. Plus it is an inherent destruction protection. And then you can go power code effect to negate your own princess, so that you won't be fire locked, and then Pit Knight early will trigger as well because it was pointing to this. And now you can negate another face of monster your opponent controls. And then here, because Zebu is a light monster, you can use her, Zebu and Princess, to go into Lina. Lina, if your opponent has a light monster in your graveyard, you can take a free body, and then that'll give you Celine. Because you do need a spellcaster, and none of these things are spellcasters, so you go this plus another monster. Let's say opponent doesn't have anything, so you go your own Flamberge into a Celine. You have two triggers. You have one trigger. Flamberge can bring back two Poplar and Snake Eyes if you want to. It kind of clusters up the board though, so it's probably safe not to. Celine, activate effect, revive Cellatrice. Her effect won't activate unfortunately, but that's fine. And then here, you want to get this into the grave, so if you haven't already used Artemis, you can link it off into an Artemis. Or you could link off to the other Zebu. And now she goes to hand, and now you're playing standard Vaalmonica lines again, starting from Cellatrice. And that's it.